Sorry versus amends. Sorry and amends are two very different tools for when you screw up. Actually, they're tools for when you screw up and want to take responsibility. If you don't want to take responsibility, there's actually a much larger set of tools one can choose from. Deny, justify, rationalize, blame, sweep it under the rug, and pretend it didn't happen. For some people, denial is an automatic or conditioned response. Avoid responsibility at all costs. These people rarely take responsibility for their behavior or say they're sorry. They also continue the same harmful behaviors. On the other extreme reside codependent people pleasers who have been conditioned to say sorry no matter what. If another person is upset, they assume they did something wrong and will apologize. Somewhere in the middle are the folks who have the awareness they've actually done something wrong and acknowledge it by saying sorry. This often goes a long way towards patching things up, which is the purpose of saying sorry, to patch things up. An amends, on the other hand, is much more than acknowledging bad behavior. It's a commitment to change one's behavior, to not repeat the same harms. This is the purpose or goal of an amends, to change oneself for the better. The process involves looking under the surface into the exact nature of what I did. For example, if I caused harm by acting out in anger or frustration, I may say I'm sorry and that's as far as I go with it. But if I plan to make an amends, I must look at what was operating under the anger. Perhaps fear. In other words, maybe fear was the catalyst for the anger. Likewise, a lack of faith may have allowed the fear to dial out of proportion and trigger the anger. There may have been other contributing factors as well, such as being tired or hungry when I decided to engage in a potentially triggering conversation. Next, I need to have a game plan for not causing the same harms. Otherwise, there's no point in making an amends. From the previous example, my plan may include working on my willingness to let go of anger, as well as fear. Also to take steps to build my connection with a higher power. Maybe I've been slacking off on my step 11 and need to start doing it at least once a day. Step 11, by the way, is sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood God. I may also make a decision to avoid certain people or certain conversations if I'm tired and hungry. Bouncing all of this off of a sponsor can be very helpful, as they know our character defects as well as we do and can look at what happened more objectively than we can. So this is yet another action I can take in the lead up to making an amends. Some amends are simple and straightforward. Others take time to process. In either case, the 12 steps provide the framework. Your sponsor provides the guidance. This is what working the steps is all about. It may seem like a lot of work, but if one is sincere about changing one's behavior and takes these actions, the chances of causing the same harm again drops dramatically. I also believe it leads one towards spiritual growth as well as spiritual awakening. So you can see amends do much more than just patch things up. To summarize, saying sorry is a quick and easy way to take responsibility when you've done something wrong. To say sorry, you have to know what you did. To make an amends, you have to know why you did it. Making an amends is a commitment to change, but it takes longer to process. It takes a lifetime to honor and respect it. One day at a time, of course. It's what keeps me working the steps and coming to meetings, because I honor all of the amends I've made in the past. Amends are what keeps me coming back. I'm Robby Bobby. Thank you for listening, and keep coming back.